Did you see again? I'll just because I know we're over the hour now. Did you see the girl from Stranger Things, Sadie Sink? Did you see she got cast in the MCU? She's gonna be in Spider-Man 4.
I still haven't watched Stranger Things, so I don't know who that is.
Okay. So there's a girl who appears in Stranger Things. I think she's in like season 3. She comes into it for the first time. She's um she's a young girl. She's ginger, you know, she's kind of become a big success because of Stranger Things, but she's just been cast and she's going to be in Spider-Man 4. A lot of the fan base are kind of saying like, "Oh, maybe she'll be like Mary Jane," and other people are saying, "Well, technically we have a Mary Jane already." Some people are saying, and a lot of the scoopers are saying that the theory out there is that she's going to be the MCU Jean Grey, which would be quite interesting. Because again, it's like, why is Jean Grey first appearing in a Spider-Man 4 movie? But you know, it's I don't know. It's up in the air. Like,
Hmm.
if she was to be like Mary Jane Watson, I think that'd be kind of strange because again, they've like built up like MJ, like Zendaya's character as, Michelle Jones Watson. So like it would be kind of weird if, Peter gets to meet another MJ. It's like, oh, this I like this one better now. It'd be weird, right? I saw
I
someone
like this one better. This is a new level. Like,
this one's more accurate, let's say. um, no, but like in all
this
seriousness,
is the
like
2006 version, 26 version. Like,
yeah, I saw a fan theory which I think would actually be really cool. So Mayday Parker is Peter's daughter, and she becomes like Spider Girl in the future and stuff. But someone put out a fan theory that like imagine because again we kind of know it's going to be like a multiversal story or battle world story or whatever. Imagine she was actually playing Mayday Parker with but like Toby and like that Toby's daughter.
yeah,
That'd be fucking pretty sick. I would really enjoy that. Like I think that'd be really cool
yeah,
because
that'd
like
be great.
yeah, like that's where I'd kind of like to see her. I like realistically, like everyone's kind of caught up on the whole ginger thing because she's a ginger, but it's like she can just dye her hair. Like she could be like fucking Gwen Stacy or something, or
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like she could easily just dye her hair blonde and she could be like the MCU's Gwen Stacy or something, or she could be like Black Cat or some shit like that. Like I don't know. I think people are maybe a little caught up on the ginger thing, maybe. But yeah, we'll see.
yeah. It's always a weird situation to think about. Like when people are like, "Oh, comic accuracy," and it's like, yeah, I get that. It's definitely a thing to be concerned about once in a while, but if you put the right characters in, like you put the right actors, it's like who even cares? It's like, when we were watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and we were saying like Harry and Norman are not like, red-haired white males like, running a corporation. They're 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 chill, same characters. I don't even care what they look like. They act like they're comic counterparts. It makes sense. Like it works. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, like again, I think they were different, but in a good way. Like there's not, and I've nothing against that. It's kind of when they're different for no reason at all. I think that's where people kind of get hung up on it a little bit. You know, like there's been a lot of kind of controversy about this guy who's been cast as Snape in the new fucking Harry Potter show. Like he's a black man, and
It,
the character of
yes,
Snape is in the books and in the movies we've seen so far. He's a pale white guy, and that's the story of who the character is. And it's kind of like, okay,
right.
on paper this does look a bit strange, but like let's wait and see what
Yeah.
happens before
Let's
we
let's
start throwing stones.
let's give it a
It's like
chance.
yeah,
I,
let's see what the vision is here before we fucking lose the plot.
right.
Um,
But you also get those like really nitpicky people. It's like it
oh, of
says it
course,
in the book. He's
yeah,
fair skinned, long hair, and he looks like this.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen some funny memes. Like again, like I'm not one to make these jokes, but I'm gonna laugh when I see them. But there's like a scene in the movie where like he's getting bullied by James Potter as a child, and it's like, oh, how's that gonna look on TV when it's like a young black kid getting bullied? And it's like, Okay, bro, like calm down. Like, it's like I'm sure they'll probably skim over that. They're not going to show that scene, but like, yeah, like of course there's a point to be made there, but like
No, no.
I think people just need to relax. Let's just see what the fucking story is here and see how it's actually pulled off. Because
So
go on.
yeah, I get that. I completely get that. I do want to say though that if they don't show that scene, then they're as big of cowards as the people who are like yelling behind the screen saying it should be the exact same thing. Like if they can't show the same scenes that they showed in the movies, then what's the point? Like
Yeah,
it's not about the color. It's about the person. It's about
yeah,
like what they went through. It's about all the tribulations and everything. Like Snape had a fucked up like upbringing compared to like the others because he was half blooded and but you have to show that shows like why he's such a secluded character, why he doesn't trust people, why he has such a hard time trusting Harry, or not trusting Harry, but why he has such a hard time like wanting to help Harry, but he's doing it all for Lily.
hmm
So if you don't show that, that's like you're addressing the problem in a way that shouldn't need to be addressed because there was no problem to begin with. If you believe in this character and you believe in the actor portraying the character, then go full force. It's not about race, it's about the story. It's the whole process of it.
yeah, definitely. I just think, yeah, what like when you hear news like this, people just can't get past that. They just can't get
Yeah.
past the color part. And yeah, again, as I say, I'm not gonna fucking make any comments on it until I see the actual end result. But if it turns out that it's only just a casting for that tick box exercise, I'll call it out if that's what it is. If that's all that's there to be shown. If there's no kind of substance to the actual character himself, if it's just a checkbox exercise, like I'll have no problem saying that. But let's hold off the criticisms until we actually see the fucking end result, because he could be fucking brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
He could have done an amazing uh audition, and they could have just been like, maybe they had fucking Adam Driver style person in their head, and then they saw it, they met this guy and went, holy shit, this guy's good, and he's bringing just something we didn't even see to it, so maybe that's
It's
what's going
better
on.
than Adam Driver.
Yeah, like again, that can easily happen. Do you know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah, maybe that's what happened. Like again, I always kind of give that benefit of the doubt to these people, like the casting directors and these creators. Like, and I always say it in the MCU as well. Like when we kind of feel a bit shaky on a casting, it's like they've obviously seen something in the room that we haven't seen yet, and that's why they're going in this direction. Like I kind of trust the process, but
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
It's only okay. I get that Snape versus Potter might be a hate crime. It's only a hate crime if it's done in the name of like racial profiling and again and discrimination. If it's just Snape versus Potter, hands up. You're like nothing's wrong here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's like if I think the whole kind of point of the original post that I saw was, if they do a one-for-one recreation of what was in the original movies and what's in the books, it does look like a hate crime when you swap it out. Do
Like,
you know what I mean?
well, I mean, to be fair, yes. Like in terms of like the actual like book and the movies,
Yeah,
it absolutely was a hate crime because they were making fun of him because he wasn't a full-blooded wizard.
true, true.
He wasn't pure blood. He was half blood.
Yeah, and
It's
he like
tainted.
is a little like loser, and he's a little freak and all this stuff. Like, and they're making fun of his appearance and stuff like that. And it's like, technically, yes, it is the
It
same thing,
is
but it's gonna look a lot worse if they do it this time around. Is the
if
point?
you look at it that way, it'll be worse. If you don't and
Yeah.
just see it for the story, it will be fine.
Hey guys, this is Finto. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and like, and let us know in the comments what you think below. See you in the next one. Bye bye.